Well, hello everybody and welcome once again to Lightning TV, brought to you of course in association with mjdphoto.biz. Yeah, another tough weekend for Lightning as they entertained Peterborough Phantoms at home on a Saturday, followed by a good road trip down to Guildford on the Sunday. Now on the Saturday night it was Phantoms who took away the points in a 3-2 win. Very, very tight game as you'd expect from one of these local derbies. After the game I caught up with a couple of the guys. So Adam, a game that you looked at one time like you had pretty much all the control in, just slipped away from you last period there.
Well, I wouldn't say that we had too much control of it, to be honest. I thought we were pretty poor throughout, and I don't think we really deserved anything from the game, unfortunately.
I'll give them their due. Peterborough came with a road game, didn't they? It was their normal, pretty tough and in some cases pretty physical as well. And that was shown in the first 5 or so minutes, wasn't it? They just don't appear to let you play the puck at times, and when you're off your game, you're going to suffer.
Yeah, full credit to Peterborough. They deserved the win. They brought pretty good game plan, and it was just a typical road game for them, and they executed it well, and we had no answer for it, really. I mean, we had plenty of chances on the power play. I think we had numerous chances on the power play, but they killed it off well, and like I say, we were disappointed with our performance.
I think you've been quite hard on yourselves about. Obviously, you're disappointed, but there were glimmers of, there was some good play. Admittedly, Phantoms were shutting you down in the neutral zones, and their forechecking was pretty good. One thing that was missing tonight was the normal Lightning pace on the forecheck. That was definitely missing. Would you agree with that? Yeah,
definitely. I think we go over our forecheck all week in training, and tonight we didn't execute anything like it, so that was disappointing. I think it's tough from my point of view because I wasn't playing, but it looked like the work rate wasn't there that we wanted, and disappointing in ourselves, I think. But yeah, like I say, full credit to Peter. They came and they got the 2 points.
Well, it was written all over the guys' face at the final, the buzzer tonight, the disappointment on everybody's faces. There wasn't a smile in there. Normally you can get a little bit of a glimmer there, but you could see how gutted the guys were. And, like you say, you appear you want to get out there on the ice again, don't you? Yeah,
of course. I mean, a lot of the time you're going to get beaten hockey. It happens, and sometimes you can accept the fact if a team, if you go into a battle and you work hard, and sometimes you don't get the bounces or you don't get the look, or sometimes just things happen. But when you get outworked and you get out-muscled, and you lose all your battles, then it's tough to take anything positive out of games like that.
Yeah, totally agree. And going back to the injury situation, I mean, obviously you can't ice. We're missing Chris Wiggins as well. You guys never use it as an excuse, unlike some others. But you're not even playing with a half a team. If you took all your injuries, which we're not going to go into, obviously, you'd struggle to get half a team out there, wouldn't you?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's a physical sport. Everyone's going to carry injuries, but people carry on and play with injuries that they probably shouldn't do. And we've got 1 or 2 in the team that are in that situation. Unfortunately, I can't play because of my hip as much as I want to, but yeah, I mean, it's no excuse. Players get injured, people fight on. Every team in the league suffers from injury, so that's no excuse. We've just got to pull together and improve. Talking to
you and Nick, obviously before the game, you're having a bit of percentage games going on about whether or not how soon you'll be back, and you were saying 70% next week. Nick tends not to agree with that. He reckons possibly the week after. You're not going to play until you're ready, surely?
No, of course not. I won't play until I can. So I've got my target for next week. I've got some treatment this week, so hopefully that'll go well. And I was healing well last week, so fingers crossed for next weekend.
Look at it maybe on the bright side as well. It might be a turnaround. Over the last few weeks, we've had the win on the Saturday night, albeit a tough win, and then gone away on the Sunday. Maybe tiredness and the injuries have taken their toll, but the results haven't quite got there on the Sunday. You're going down to Surrey. You're going down to Guildford tomorrow. Maybe just this weekend you might turn it around and take the points on the Sunday. That'd be a cracking result in a couple of weeks against Guildford, wouldn't it?
Yeah, no, it would be. The good thing about losing the game on Saturday is that you've got the next day to put it right. You don't have to wait a week to feel sorry for yourselves all week. We can go down there tomorrow, put our hard hats on, no one to impress, and put it right tomorrow.
I suppose one good thing from tonight, Janne getting fitter all the time, and starting to show some of those touches that obviously Nick had the faith in to sign him in the first place. And well taken penalty, absolutely sublime taken penalty, but some good movement from him on the ice tonight as well.
Yeah, Janne's working hard to get back in shape. Obviously hasn't played for a while, but you can see the quality he's got. He controls the game at his pace whenever he gets the puck. So yeah, I think he's going to get better and better, and I think he'll be a great addition to our team.
It's going to be a long shot now, the league. Obviously, you guys are never going to throw the towel in, but now you're looking towards Coventry, obviously. And Lightning sides in the past have always wanted to peak at sort of the right time. And you always have that dip just after Christmas, and it's normally injuries and stuff like that. But there's no reason to think that you can get some of you guys back, get them fighting fit again, and make a decent run at Coventry.
I think it's this time of year where you've got to take each game at a time. You've got to concentrate on getting the little things right. And as you do that, your form gets better and better, your confidence grows, you start to gel. And you've got to put that run of form together, and then you build up to the playoffs and hopefully hit them flying. So that's the plan.
Well, fingers crossed it happens. Good luck on the road tomorrow. Well, obviously you'll be on the bench, and hopefully we'll get you playing back soon, but not too soon, obviously. Yeah. Put the result behind us, move on.
Yeah, cheers, Chris.
To say that was a disappointing result for you guys, written all over your face, it wasn't the best performance we've seen this season, was it really?
No. Fortunately, that's a massive 2 points dropped in our own barn against local rivals. So, huge disappointment for all the lads, myself included. I don't think we played well and probably didn't deserve a 2-1 lead. But to be 2-1 up with 5 minutes left and not played well at all, you think we've got to take those 2 points home. There's a mistake by me on the second goal. It's a bad goal to give up. And then the third goal, we just get beat in a couple of battles, which probably happened all night. And there you go, that's 3-2 and we lose the game.
It just seems to be one of those games where you got going for brief periods, and then all of a sudden it sort of stuttered to a halt, and you sort of struggled again. It seemed to be line changes were a little bit awry tonight. And I guess every now and again you need one of those games to give you a sense of reality, I suppose, give you a bit of a reality check. Take nothing away from Peterborough, of course. They came here to play their game.
Yeah, they've got some young guys on there, I think, that are really the heart of their team, and they work hard. That's probably why we lost the battles. But we've got too much talent on our team to lose to a team like that. And you can see it in brief spells. We can see guys pick the puck up and we rush the puck, and then unfortunately there's just no end product. And then we're losing to a team that's, I think, 2 or 3 places below us. We lost to Sheffield last week as well, and they're points that we just can't afford to drop.
I was talking to Adam Carr a while ago. It just seems to be the story of the season so far with Lightning. Apart from the injuries, we can't say we've been unlucky with the injuries, because every other team has the same problem year in, year out. The timing maybe was a little bit awkward for us, but again, you can't do anything about those. But we've been winning games at home recently, but then going away, maybe the tiredness is taking its toll because being the short bench and everything else. Maybe it could be the one weekend where we can pick up the win on the Sunday.
Yeah, definitely 2 points tomorrow. It goes without saying we need those. Going into Guildford, everyone's going to be up for it. That's the good thing. It's a play at the top of the table team that we've got to beat out there. Like you said, injuries. It's unfortunate, and it happens in hockey. Every team has them. We've missed some key guys. I think Adam Carr is probably the biggest miss for us, because he is the MK Lightning now. Nick Poole's on the bench. So I think as soon as we get him back, I think that'll give us a spark. But we can't make excuses with injuries.
Yeah, going back to Carsey there, he's one of the most humble people I've ever met, and one of the most unassuming. But you're right, he is Mr. MK. Pretty much now. Nick's hung him up, and you do miss him. And Nick said last week that Carsey's one of the most underestimated Brit forwards in this league, and that goes without saying now, doesn't it?
Oh, definitely. I think he's probably the best British forward in the league. He might not score as many goals as some teams, but his contribution all over the ice defensively, he's so smart. He kills penalties. He runs one of the power play units, scores timely goals that bails us out time and time again. And I think he's probably one of the biggest pieces that we're missing at the moment.
I just want to go back to your co-netminder, if you like, Stephen Ward, because up till fairly recently, he got, rightly or wrongly, he got a little bit of stick from various areas because of Lightning results and stuff like that. He came up big last week, didn't he? Oh,
he had a great game. I think as a goalie, you're always going to get stick. Sometimes you get it even when you think you've played well yourself, and fans don't see it from your angle. Sometimes they think you've played great, and you say, well, no, actually, I didn't play that well. So, I think what the fans say probably doesn't let infect him. I know I certainly don't. And last week against Guildford, I think he proved anyone that was doubting him his ability wrong, and he was unbelievable and won that game for us.
Yeah, going back to what the fans say as well. I mean, obviously, people have said this week that you guys read the forums and stuff like that. You read people's opinions, and you do take them on board, but you don't always take them to heart. At the end of the day, you guys know exactly what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever is said by the fans usually gets back to the players, and fans are quite entitled to voice their opinions. They pay their money every week. And it goes without saying that they can say what they want, and we'll listen to that and probably not take it too much to heart. But the biggest thing is when we lose, we know we've disappointed the fans and more importantly ourselves and the MK Lightning badge. So we are working hard trying to put that right, even if it maybe doesn't look it from the stands sometimes.
Well, you guys, I know for a fact you stayed in the locker room a lot longer than normal tonight. You've all been chatting. You just want to put this right, don't you? And you've got to run into the end of the season now. You've got the playoffs. One thing you want to do is put some silverware, or at least put Lightning's badge on some of that silverware, don't you?
Exactly. I think we have a good performance down the stretch going into playoffs, and then get to Coventry, and I think you see it when we made Coventry a couple of years ago, how well we play in that building. Everyone comes and tries extra hard, and it's really the sort of hockey that suits MK Lightning's style. And definitely, if we win that trophy, you win the last game of the year, everything else will be forgotten, and we'll be buying the drinks in the bar at the end of the year. Don't worry about that.
Well, I think you've got loads of people that are going to hold you to that now you're on video saying
Definitely,
that.
I'll be the first one up there, don't worry about that.
Okay, well, Alex, thanks very much for talking to us tonight. I know it's a disappointing result for you, quite tough to talk about, but it's head down, try and get a win in Guildford and carry on.
Yeah, definitely. We'll get some sleep, reset, and start again tomorrow morning, and big 2 points in Guildford.
Brilliant. Thanks for talking to us.
Cheers.
Well, as per normal, many thanks to the guys for coming up and chatting to us after the game. Now let's go and have a look at the rest of the weekend's results and see how that affects the league table come Sunday night. So, as normal, a full programme of games in the English Premier League on Saturday night. Basingstoke kept up the challenge at the top with a convincing 4-0 win at home over Bracknell Bees, whilst fellow title chasers Guildford Flames took the points at Ice Sheffield with a 5-3 win over the Steel Dogs. Telford will be happy with taking a massive 2 points from Slough as they beat the Berkshire side 4-3, whilst Manchester received a complete mauling by Swindon Wildcats, who beat Phoenix 6-1 at the Link Centre. On Sunday, Lightning managed to put their previous night's disappointment behind them as they once again beat Guildford at the Spectrum with a great 2-1 win. Bracknell took the points at home to Swindon in a tense game with the Bees winning that one 5-4, whilst Phoenix ensured a miserable weekend for Slava Kulikov's Jets as they beat Slough 7-3 up in Altrincham. Elsewhere, as celebrations all round as Peterborough managed their first 4-pointer of the season as they beat Steel Dogs 5-3 at Breton, and Telford did the same but probably more impressive given the opposition as they beat Basingstoke 3-1 at home. Onto the league then, and it seems that no one yet has the ability to get on a sustained run. Such is the league this year. Basingstoke hold top spot by 3 points from Flames, although the Surrey side have 2 games in hand. Manchester is slipping back slightly with Slough now only 1 point ahead of Lightning on the same amount of games. Swindon leapfrog Bracknell as a result of the weekend's games, whilst Phantoms closed to within 4 points of Bees. Sheffield and Telford close out the league, but the Shropshire side will take a lot of heart from the weekend and now have made it to double figures on points. Still all the way to go, right the way through to those playoff places come March and April. So there you go, still tight at the top of the EPL, and as we come towards the end of the season now, next couple of months, and of course the playoffs, still all to play for, and everybody jostling for those 8 playoff places. That's pretty much all we've got time for this week. Many thanks for tuning in once again. One thing we want to do is thank you once again to all the supporters on Saturday night for buying those 50/50 tickets and the draw tickets. The winner took away £195, so keep buying those tickets. You know that you're contributing to the team, as Milton Keynes fans always do. Next week's visitors on Saturday night to the Thunderdome are Bracknell Bees. The face-off as normal is 7 o'clock, and don't forget, if you want to get your tickets at a much cheaper rate, all you need to do is get your tickets by Friday night. For more information, of course, just go to the Lightning website, www.mk-lightning.com. Until next time, stay safe. We'll see you then.